Training activities can really make or break your training session. A couple of days ago, I was in a training session where I completely botched my activity. I told them that they needed to reflect on topic XYZ and come up with a list of ideas. And then I dropped them into a breakout room so that they could discuss those ideas and share some feedback as to whether or not they should be on the list. What I didn't do is tell them, don't jump to solve. Don't try and solve all of the problems that you listed out. Let's just make sure that all of the problems should be solved before we jump into that. But instead, they all went down a rabbit hole with one problem, and the entire breakout of 10 minutes was spent on one person's problem. And every single group did the exact same thing. So I did not set proper expectations for this breakout, which is why I wanted to do a list of the top 5 tips for running activities in training. Tip number 1 is to clearly brief your activities. You need to articulate the guardrails. You need to not only be thinking about what they should be doing, but also spend some time thinking about what they shouldn't be doing. Because if you don't, chances are they're going to go down that rabbit hole and they're gonna waste time. So this is very, very easy to do in your pre-work. Sit down and just write down a few ideas. Additionally, if it's the first time that I've run a particular activity, I like to say it out loud just to hear myself. Every once in a while, I'll record it and listen back just to see if it was articulate enough to get people into the activity. But this is a great way to set expectations. Number 2, keep a timer, a visible timer throughout the activity. Oftentimes, especially in breakout rooms, especially if people are deep in conversation, they will lose track of time. So keep that timer visible, whether it's in a live classroom and you put it on an overhead projector, or it's in a virtual classroom and you share screen on a timer. The other thing I like to do is give people a 2-minute and a 1-minute heads up. So before time runs out, when there's 2 minutes left on the clock, hey, just a reminder, we've got about 2 minutes. Start thinking about wrapping things up. At 1 minute, hey, last reminder, we've got 1 minute left. Wrap things up. And that will help keep not only the activity on time, but also the entire session. Tip number 3, activity time is not break time. I remember when I was a new trainer, I used to think, oh my gosh, they're in an activity. I get to go on break. This is great because I haven't had a break all day. I was an onboarding trainer. They were long 9 to 10 hour days because I had to get there early. I had to stay late and I didn't get very many breaks. But you cannot use activity time as a break. You need to be there to listen to what they're doing. Are they on track? Is there some nugget of gold that somebody shared that you want to bring into your debrief? Do you need to ask or answer some clarifying questions to keep their conversation going? There are always things that you can do. So stay engaged, jump from group to group, and do not use this as break time. Tip number 4, this one took me a while to figure out, and that's to match learners strategically. Now, if you do contract training like I do, this can be a little tricky, but it's still doable. The idea here is that you want to match strong performers with low performers. You want to match new folks with tenured folks. You want to match the quiet people with the loud people. The worst thing that you can do is allow people to choose their own groups because they will always choose their friends. They're never going to push themselves outside of their comfort zone. This is your job. Create the dissonance, create the dynamics, create the diversity in your groups, and they will take so much more from it than they would if they just matched up with their buddy. Last but not least, tip number 5. And that's have everything ready that you need for this activity before the session starts. There's nothing worse than scrambling for that handout or trying to find the video on YouTube that you are going to play or struggling to open up the breakout rooms properly, or maybe you don't have the giant Post-it notes and markers ready and you got to go to a different training room. It's terrible. Don't do that to your classes. Don't do it to yourself. Make sure you block time before your session, whether it's virtual or live, to get all of your materials in one place so that you don't have to leave the room. Everything is in arm's reach or a click away. It's already open in another tab. Things that you can just quickly and easily share. Of course, things will happen. Your computer will crash. You might have a gust of wind blow all of your handouts off the desk. I don't know. Things happen. But take the extra step beforehand, and you will put yourself in a much better position to run an effective activity. So those are your 5 tips. Number 1, make sure that you brief it clearly. Number 2, keep a timer. Number 3, do not go on a break while you're running an activity. Number 4, match your learners strategically. And number 5, prep everything before the activity even happens. And you will see the effectiveness of your activities go through the roof. Another great tip for running effective activities is to make sure you're debriefing the activity in a very, very thoughtful way. This is an area that a lot of people miss, and if you want a full breakdown on how to debrief an activity, go ahead and click the link here because I did a full video on it and it breaks down how to make sure that your activities are driving the actual results and behavior changes that you want to see. If you're new to corporate training and want to take my free crash course, go ahead and check that link out in the description below. My name is Jordon Taylor with the Corporate Training Companion. Until next time.